Doing good in business is the most fascinating kind of art. Small actions every day lead to big results. Magic happens when you do not give up. A true leader can help you improve business in these tough times. So we have Dr. Sheetal Nair on our show today. He has transformed many lives through his great insights and have changed careers through his expert guidance. He's a storyteller, an entrepreneur, a human resource professional, and a coach. हेलो एंड वेलकम टू राबा राशि फाउंडेशन. डॉक्टर शीतल नायर, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है हमारे शो पर.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for having me down.
So, Dr. Sheetal, please tell us about Dr. Sheetal Nair.
So, I am at a loss of words as to how to introduce myself. I mean, usually क्या होता है ना, अमूमन people feel that it's very easy to talk about one's own self. But then a lot of times what people like me, and I'm sure a lot of you, including Rashi, would be feeling the same thing, that how do you do justice to yourself by not tom-tomming a lot about you and also touching the right things. So I'll just tell you, right now I am at a stage of my life, at a stage of my career, wherein my product, I feel that all of us are products. We are all raw material who has been honed by our parents with their genetics. The circumstances that we face have shaped us, and the education, our experiences, and today we are at a stage of our life where we are somewhat a finished good. What am I? I technically like to call myself as a serial entrepreneur. A few years ago, I would like to have called myself as a trainer, consultant, and storyteller. A few more years ago, I probably would have taken the trainer thing down and I would have purely been a storyteller, an entrepreneur. But in all these spaces, what I feel is the common denomination is that I've always been an entrepreneur, someone who wanted to create value, value not just in terms of money, but value also in the terms of creating something of value for the society per se. And yes, thankfully, because of the blessings of my parents and the good wishes of people around me, I have been today able to create something of value. We today employ roughly 6,500 people across the country. That's a very big number for me, because when I started off, we didn't have so much. And not just giving them employment, but also giving them a good life, something wherein they can go back to their families and, support them. So with 6,500 people, I would like to say I support 6,500 families. And that is what I would like to define myself as, nothing else. Someone who has created something for the society. So yes, this particular definition of me, of what Dr. Sheetal Nair is what I would like to introduce myself as. I have had a varied educational experience and a corporate experience also. So I started off by doing my master's in human resource from Symbiosis, Pune. I got my first job. I worked with the company for some time. And while I was doing all that, I realized that my passion lied not just in handling people, but also training them. Got into training at a very young age. I started off with soft skills, and then I was also involved with the Government of India's NSDC, that is National Skill Development Corporation. I worked with one of the sector skill councils as a vice president for a year. I have also had the good fortune of being a master trainer with two separate sectors, all virtue of the doctorate that I have in training and development from North Central University, Arizona. One of the very few individuals around you who might actually possess a PhD in training and development, because when I did the PhD in training and development, there was only two candidates in the entire country who were undergoing something similar, and there was no one earlier also. So yeah, it was something which was unheard of, and I took it up. I did my PhD, and post that, because of virtue of that, I was able to work a lot with the government projects at state government, at central government. I have also been part of the Meghalaya rural empowerment for women, somewhat similar to what the Grameen Bank did in Bangladesh. We did something similar in Meghalaya, worked with the United Nations for that. And we worked a lot of the upskilling of women entrepreneurs. And you'll be surprised about how entrepreneurial women are in villages. A very shocking thing, right? I mean, people expect that, you have the educated women working in urban centers. They are entrepreneurial. It's the other way around. Women in rural areas are much more acceptable to change and they're ready to take risks because honestly speaking, they don't have much to lose. So yeah, so that's what I have done. I've dabbled a lot in training and development. I've dabbled a lot in skilling. I still am a part of around 3 to 4 skilling academies. Plus, I'm on the board of studies of few universities in India. I'm designing their course modules and course structure. So you can say that I'm at the nerve of change.
Okay. So that's wonderful. I think you, as rightly put by you, if you're ready to take the risk, then you're ready for all the changes in your life. That's wonderful what you just put. So what is real actual skill development and how does it help in improving businesses? Over to you.
Thank you. So skill development. So as I was saying, skill development per se is nothing but mere enhancing or honing of certain abilities that you have as an individual in terms or in alignment with what you want to do in terms of the society. It sounds very complicated, but let me just share a simple example for you. A small child, when you burn a matches in front of the small child, the child will actually put the hand into the matches because the child doesn't really have the experience of what happens when it burns, right? The moment that experience is, uploaded or downloaded into the minds of the children, they will not do it again. In simple terms, this is skill development. In terms of skill development, in terms of regular human beings, how they work in a day-to-day life, a simple thing as your driving skills. So the first time you started driving a four-wheeler, you drive a four-wheeler, Rashi, right? Right. So the first time you started driving a four-wheeler, what happened? So you had a lot of attention that you gave to how I'm taking care of the gears, first gear, second gear, my clutch, my brake, how I'm holding the steering, what people are doing around me. All those things mattered a lot to you. But let's say 3-4 years down the line, you started picking up phone calls, right? You started picking up phone calls while you're driving the car. Not a good habit, but we used to do that. You started daydreaming while you're driving. Probably I'm going to do this on my weekend. Probably going to party here. I'm going to meet this friend, buy this, this clothes, or going to shop or do whatever, right? This all happened. Why? Because by gradually working on driving, you automatically uploaded that skill into your brain. Your neural pathways started becoming very normal or automatic. So your brain automated the ability to drive a car. In technical terms, this is skilling. How to relate the skilling to the businessman? People always think that business is one of the most easiest things to do. You have $1,000, start a business, it will become 2,000. The moment you finished a year or two cycles of a business, it will become 20,000, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, but it doesn't happen that way. And the foremost or the simple reason why it doesn't happen is because people don't really have the correct skill sets to run a business. I'm not saying that they're not skilled. They're skilled. They are skilled, but they do not really have that correct skill set to run a business. And that is what is lacking in today's entrepreneur. Circumstances surrounding that the environment, the work environment, the business environment, everything is drastically changing. And the change is extraordinarily technology-based than anything else. So behavior is automatically getting adapted to the changes that technology is bringing back. So today, Rashi and me are talking over a virtual video. She sits in Gurgaon. I am in Haryana. I'm sitting in Gujarat, in Vadodara, and giving an interview. 10 years ago, this would have never happened. This mode of exchange would have never been facilitated. So what is facilitating this? Technology is facilitating this. And that is the disruptor. In the VUCA world, that is a volatile, uncertain world, ever changing, the only way to sustain here is adapting your skill sets to the business. I am an MBA in human resource development. I did my PhD in training and development. I worked as an HR in a company, in an MNC, Japanese MNC in India. And then I joined my father's business. What was my father's business? My father's business was supplying security guards, watchmen. जो आपके society में डंडे वाला watchman होता है ना, that is what I started doing. So the first major client that I hit, I still have it, is Gujarat Heavy Chemicals, GHCL. When I went and I spoke to the HR was, he was like, "What's wrong with you? You are an HR. You're selling security services? That is so demeaning." I mean, think, you spend so much money, time, energy, learning something, and now you're doing something else altogether. So I told him, what's wrong in that? Eventually, I'm dealing with manpower. I'm dealing with human beings. And what is wrong if I use my human resource development knowledge to develop this line of business. So I use my skill set into this business. And now, while a decade and more after that, we have exponentially grown from something which was a 3 crore business to a 50 crore plus business. So the reason why I'm sharing this example to you is you may have different skill sets. You need to tap into them and use it to your business in the relevant model. I was into training and development, so today I can very proudly say that all my security guards are 100% trained. We are certified by the government of India. Why? Because I had the skill set to tap into. Now, as a businessman, with the change in technology and the change in business environment, you also need to understand how you are supposed to reskill yourself. In training and development, it's a very simple term. To learn something new, you have to first unlearn what you know. Then you have to relearn and then apply this new learning that you have. But in unlearning, I'm not saying forget what you know, just build on it. And the moment you are able to do, you will be able to become a successful businessman. Today, I not only run a security service business, I also run a technical manpower business. I have cafes, I have restaurants in Baroda. I have a training and development company. We are also into HR consultancy, all built up because I have just kept on acquiring new skills every freaking year. And that is what every successful businessman needs to do.
Okay. So Dr. Sheetal, please tell us about some easy tools to improve one's business.
If you have a small business, you have, let's say, a very small business, you are a MSME or an SME, you're not, let's say, the Mahindras or Tatas or the Ambanis of the world. You're a small businessman and you suddenly feel that, मैं अपना business कैसे सुधारूं? How should I begin? How can I exponentially grow my business? So first you have to do a SWOT analysis on yourself. SWOT analysis is simple. Find your strengths, find your weaknesses, find the opportunities that you as an individual have, and find what threats you have. The moment you're able to find all that, you shall be able to circle down to what is that one thing which you lack, or that one USP that you have, the unique selling point that you have, which you can utilize or which you can manipulate to your own benefit. For me, again, I have to keep on citing examples. So I'll give you my own example. I have a personal liking towards talking. I love to talk. I love to read. I'm a voracious reader. I consume books like anything. So during the lockdown, COVID-19 very bad. We all sat at home, right? During COVID-19, I realized कि ये जो चीज़ है ना, इसको मैं business model में कैसे convert करूँ? So yeah, everyone was doing virtual skillsing. Like there were so many virtual sessions, videos पे you were teaching, you were training, you were doing so many things. So what I thought is, let me utilize this skill set and reach out to companies and tell them कि दोस्त तुम्हारे पास company है. अब you want to ensure that your people are trained, but you cannot hire an expensive trainer. You cannot go for a virtual trainer. You cannot probably have Dr. Vivek Bindra come and talk to you. He's going to charge millions, right? कैसे करोगे? नहीं कर पाओगे ना. So let me help you. I am not Dr. Vivek Bindra, but hey, I can also explain concepts similar to that. So I created a 10 video capsule. So somewhat similar to what Bada Business says, 10 video capsule as to how you can make your own business small to big. What are those specific skill sets which you can utilize? And वो 10 video capsule में already as of now ज़्यादा नहीं है, 7 companies को बेच चुका हूँ. I've already sold the 7 companies the same 10 video modules, but I've changed it respective to certain industry base. Like it's a marketing company, it's a finance company, it's an operation based company, it's a manufacturing setup, minor changes. So COVID-19 did not make me think, oh, good Lord, I have lost my job. I have a businessman, right? So I do not know how will I earn money. And all businessmen have loans, right? I do not know how I'll pay my EMIs. Moratorium hai, to kya hua? 3 mahine ke baad you have to pay money, right? So where will I pay the money from? So that did not mean that I sit at my home, I brood, I become depressed. No, I did not do that. I realized that I have a skill set. I can utilize that to make more money, right? A lot of real estate developers. I have a friend who is into real estate development. What smartly did he do? He realized that nowadays everyone's going to do work from home, right? But work from home के चक्कर में बड़ी कंपनीज आपकी जो यूटिलिटी यूनिट्स है 1000 square feet, 1200 square feet, 1400 square feet नहीं लेगा. No, dude, you're not a WeWork that you create a huge infrastructure and call MNCs down and say, come, have a cappuccino, have a PC, we have this. No. What he did is he targeted small IT companies. He said, you want 4 seats, I'll give you 4 seats. I'll give you AC, I'll give you broadband, I'll give you anything for a minimal cost. But you have to buy your own food. His margin was not the space. The smart guy that he was, he realized that his margin comes from not the space but from the food. So guy started selling food. That is what he made money from. Today's food business gives you a margin of 30%. कौन सा बिजनेस देता है? कोई बिजनेस नहीं देता है. अब उस बंदे के पास ऑलरेडी सेट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर तो था ही. फर्ज करिए अगर उसने उसको कहीं पर रेंट पे लगाया भी होता तो कितना मिलता. But today, that guy has 4 floors which are occupied by e-commerce guys, by small IT companies who just want to come there and chill. And they're happy because they're getting free internet, they're getting free space, they're getting free AC. All they have to do is they cannot bring food from outside. They have to pay for it. Good enough. Smartness, right? So COVID-19 did not mean that he sat back. He thought what he can do. Majority of the real estate developers have realized that they've started selling their own products at half the price. But क्यों बेचना है? Think smart, think out of the box. The biggest problem here today is we all lack that one skill, that one specific skill which is required for a businessman, that is communication. Don't talk. आप बोलोगे नहीं तो पता कैसे चलेगा? एक माँ अपने बच्चे को खाना तब देती है जब वो बच्चा रोता है. She also doesn't automatically know that my kid is hungry. So how do you expect your parents, your spouse, your partners, your business friends to know? You have to say. So that is one of the major skill set which I feel is lacking. But yes, do a SWOT analysis. COVID-19 does not mean no business. It means more business. And it means more business. Why? It means more business because now you're going to use your brain and do things which are out of the box, which are out of the ordinary. IPL Dubai mein hua, BioBall mein, but they made money. Huh? It was not a loss-making venture for them. So, yes, whenever something unsubstantial happens or whenever something happens which is not something which you have thought about, you should try to break the shackles and think out of the box. It helps. It works for me. It will work for you.
That's just superb what you just said, because I think they say make hay when the sun shines, and I think COVID is the sun over here. So let's put it like that. Okay, so Dr. Sheetal, how important is it to upgrade skills to match the new normal?
I'll give you a very simple example. By virtue of certain things, we all know today what Nokia is. But I'm sure the next generation will not ever know what Nokia was, right? There was a time when Nokia was the only thing or was the thing in the mobile telephony market. And while let's talk about something else, something that people probably in our generation won't know also. Kodak was once the only thing which was there in terms of photography, right? Everyone knew what Kodak meant, but today Kodak is something else altogether, right? And this can just keep on proceeding, and I can give you a number of examples which are business examples. What did these people do wrong? These people, what they did wrong was they did not adapt to the changes and they did not get into new businesses, or they did not try to negotiate their own methods. Something similar to what can happen today to us is if we do not renegotiate with our own selves as to what skills do we require. The world is changing. It's crazy, right? When probably I was in school, the first computer that I was using, it had a 16 MB ka memory. 16 MB ka memory. And today my phone boasts of 12 GB ka phone. 12 GB ka memory. So you see the difference, the drastic difference that is changing. These examples are something which is simple. What I'm trying to say here is the world is becoming smaller. It is getting compact. We have virtual technology, virtual reality, augmented reality coming down. So I was speaking to a friend of mine. He is an entrepreneur. He's just sold a technology to a big IT company in India. I can't name it. What they are going to do is they're going to have augmented reality sets put on their, these big goggles or glasses that they have, AR glasses, and they're going to teach engineering grads how to, dismantle an engine by using AR. So you don't really need to go to a factory. If you're in a university, you don't really need to have a huge machine laboratory. Sitting in the classroom, merely using AI, you can easily understand as to how a machine works. Think about this. Think how less an infrastructure investment you need. But this also means the industries which were supporting these things have lost business. And more business goes to these IT or technology-based companies. Am I trying to say that you have to have a technology business? Or I'm not trying to say you have to have a technology business. What I'm trying to say is you have to incorporate technology into your business. फर्क दोनों में जमीन आसमान का है. मेरा कहने का मतलब ये बिल्कुल नहीं है भाई आप अपनी कंपनी बेच के जो पैसे हैं किसी टेक्नोलॉजी कंपनी के शेयर खरीदे ना. आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट. मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि अपनी ही इंडस्ट्री में टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल करें. आई रन अ कंपनी व्हिच इज इन द सिक्योरिटी इंडस्ट्री. हमने जियो फेंसिंग चालू कर दी. जियो फेंसिंग जो एक जमाने में अनहर्ड था हमारी इंडस्ट्री में, टुडे वी आर यूजिंग जियो फेंसिंग, वी आर यूजिंग वर्चुअल अटेंडेंस, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. So I am not leaving my business, but in my business I am incorporating technology. I told you I have a cafe business. So हमारे cafe business में now you don't need to go to the counter and place an order. आप जिस टेबल पे बैठे उस टेबल पे बारकोड embossed है, स्कैन करिए, फोन पे ऑर्डर करिए, प्लेस करिए, पैसे भरिए, काउंटर पे ऑर्डर चला जाएगा, आपको टाइम मिलेगा, हाफ एन आवर में आपके यहाँ पे क्या आने वाला है. So imagine what have I done? I have made the customer experience seamless. So customers really happy today. COVID-19, he or she does not need to go to counter and speak to someone face to face. He can merely sit at a table, order using that, experience the ambiance and be safe. Simple है. Technology आपने खाली incorporate की है. So this is the best way that people can utilize it. And ये बिल्कुल सही है राशि, what you said. Businesses नहीं है ऐसा नहीं है. Business बहुत है. इनफैक्ट स्कोप इतना ज्यादा है. सैनिटाइजेशन, सैनिटरी वेयर्स, the importance that today our people are giving on cleaning, having a very hygienic environment is crazy high. So why not get into that? And why not get into businesses which support that? I'm not saying everyone start making alcohol-based sanitizers. I'm not trying to say that. But imagine now the focus on health is also gone up so much. Health-based, nutrition-based business. Today people know what macro is in a food. 5-6 साल पहले किसी को बोला आपने खाना खाया, आपके खाने में मैक्रो क्या था नहीं पता, बट नाउ यू नो व्हाट प्रोटीन्स आर, व्हाट मैग्नीशियम कैल्शियम इनटेक इज. सो दीस थिंग्स नॉट एवरीवन डज, बट यस इट्स स्टिल देयर, एंड दिस इज द ओनली वे यू कैन सस्टेन इन द इंडस्ट्री. एल्स you will become like a dinosaur, probably become like a Kodak, and you will go extinct. The choice lies with you. The choice lies with the entrepreneur. What does he or she want to do? Become a dinosaur, become a Nokia, become a Kodak? Nokia sold its business. Now Nokia is only the brand name. Someone else is making it. So now you have a choice to be that or be something else.
Yeah, that's rightly put by you. A lot can happen over a mindset, actually. So that's wonderful. Okay, so Dr. Sheetal, what are your future plans?
Something which I really want to do. As I said, I think in my introduction also, I'm an author. I have already written an Amazon bestseller. My next book is coming next month. It's a series of trilogy. It's a 99-page self-help book. 3 books are supposed to come. The second one comes next month. Post that, what I want to do is I want to focus a lot on audio-based books. So audio books, it's already there. You have that on Spotify. You have that on Amazon Music. So what I am trying to do, I am in talks with a publisher based out of Jaipur. We are working on a technology-based model wherein we convert all these big books into small capsules which can be heard, and you can get what is the to be it all from that book. So you don't really need to go through the entire book. There are a lot of apps which are already doing it, like Blinkist is there, which is doing that, but therein you have to read. You have to go through that. Here, I'm trying to convert that into mere audiometrics. So you listen for, you cannot read. People are too busy, right? And they don't have the patience to read through the entire book. So instead of doing that, just listen to a half-an-hour podcast spread over 7 days, where you end up getting what is the gist of the book. Wonderful opportunity that you have given me, Rashi, to come and talk to all your audience, and I'm really happy that I've been able to share my viewpoint over so many things. One thing which I wanted to tell everyone as an entrepreneur is that it is necessary for you to have a mentor, and it is very necessary for you to have guidance. I've been lucky that I have had n number of mentors, and for me also it is very necessary that whatever I have learned, I would like to share with everyone. So if at all you're an entrepreneur, you're stuck somewhere, you do not know what to do next, and if you feel that you have an amazing idea but you do not know how to monetize that, I would love to talk to you. You're stuck somewhere, reach out to me. My details, my website is www.sheetalnair.com. You can just go there, directly connect to me. My mobile number, my contact details are there. I'm available on social media platforms. I'm there. I'm very easily accessible, and I would love to listen to your idea, and I would love to understand how I can be of help to you.
And to all our viewers and all our followers, complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, people management, you're stuck anywhere, just reach out to Dr. Sheetal Nair. And thank you so much, Dr. Sheetal Nair. I think it was a great session, and I myself enjoyed it a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Raji.